Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Modify. I'm Mike, and remember we did the kicker speaker upgrades on the WRX, and it sounds amazing. And some of you guys are saying why I didn't change the stock head unit to an aftermarket head units in the first place. Well, it's because I didn't know how to do it, and there's lots of wires, there's lots of plugs, and that the OEM head units have 90% of what I needed. It has CarPlay, it has Bluetooth, and it plays songs from my phone. It has maps from my phone, which I can put it onto the CarPlay and show it on the head unit. So there's, so it has everything I needed. But one thing it lacks is the EQ settings and sound settings on the head unit, which I can't change to make the sound better. Today I'm going to show you an easier way to install an aftermarket head units in the WRX, which includes no splicing, no soldering, and it's just plug and play. So this would be the easiest way to change the head units in the WRX. And I think the hardest part would be taking out the OEM system, because there's two bolts from the side, which is hard to reach. You have to take off the glove box, and on the driver's side there's lots of stuff to remove. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's go.
These are the parts that you need. You need the harness from autoharnesshouse.com. This will give you everything you need, and also you also need the Pioneer to Subaru harness, wire harness. So this will connect to this right here. So this connects to the Pioneer. If you have a Pioneer, you get the Pioneer harness. So this is the harness, and these are the harness I got from autoharnesshouse.com. So this method will be a plug and play. So there's no splicing or no wiring, nothing, just plug and play. So okay, let's go over with this one. So this is gonna go to your Subaru OEM wiring. This will be connected to your Maestro. This is your backup camera. These are your aux audio inputs. And yeah, these will go together to your Subaru. And this will go to your head unit, and these will go to your Subaru OEM wiring. So there's like a bunch of wiring that we need to connect to the OEM stereo. So next you're gonna need a Maestro, of course, and you also need to get your antenna wire. It's gonna connect to your Subaru stereo too. And next we will have your head unit. And don't forget about your microphone if you have one. I got this without this, so I bought this off eBay, and this will connect to here. Okay, you plug your microphone here. So this is my microphone. Then you plug your antenna in here. Your Maestro, connect to here. From your Maestro, you will have your wire from the harness to connect to here. So really there's no wiring at all, it's just plug and play. And next, just need to plug in our Pioneer. And next is your backup camera, which goes to this one. You also need your USB connectors. There's no way I can retain the dual USB ports that I have on the car, so this will help me get both of the USBs. Have these laying around, so if you don't have, you can get these off eBay or Amazon, pretty cheap. So here's everything you need. So it's just a matter of plug and play. Oh, if you're configuring your Maestro and you don't have the Internet Explorer or having a hard time loading the software from Internet Explorer, you can download the extension, the Internet Explorer extension on Google Chrome, and that will be good to go. According to autoharnesshouse.com, if you're installing this to a non-navigation system, you want to cut the paint wire. Let's cut this, and we'll put some electrical tape around it. Okay, there it is. A little recap what you need. This is the Pioneer wire harness, and this is the autoharnesshouse.com harness, which has everything you need. And you also need a Maestro to connect to. You need two USB connectors. You need a microphone. You need a antenna adapter, and of course your head unit of your choice. This is a Pioneer 4200 NEX. Pretty good. Got this for steel. So mention that you need the Sochi installation kit for the dash. This is the SU2031B. Looks like this. To remove this part, you need some like a prying tool or a flat head screwdriver or something flat. So we're gonna start off from the top. Pry it from the top. Here you want to now you have something leverage, so you just pull, and on the bottom, just pry it out like the corners. Don't force it. So there it is. I guess so. When you have that, you can just put this on the top, or you can unplug this. To remove the bolt on the left side of the head unit, we are not going to remove this or this. So remove this screw. Now pull up here. Here it is. Leave this here. Let's see if I can find that bolt. Oh, see it right there. See that? That's the bolt that we need to remove. So once you have loosened up that bolt, what I did is I extend this extension so I can reach in and turn it. here at this. So just remove this. Now we can pull. We can pull this. So there's this thing holding on. So we moved it. So you push it in, and these are holding on by here and by there. So once you squeeze this and this side in, this will drop down. So that's the bolt right there. And you need a really long extension. So I don't have any longer extension, so I'm gonna have to do with this one. Right, there it is. To loosen up these two bolts, it's just easy to unscrew these with an extension. I have all your screws and bolts, all your bolts removed. Now it's just pulling back this, and it should pop. See, now the tricky part is get all these plugs out on the back, which is it took a while because some of these plugs are really hard to take out. So let me take them out and I'll be right back. Okay, bye. So we took all these plugs from the back of the unit, and now we're gonna have to get our stereo and install it. All right, let's go. The Sochi kit comes with these brackets. One thing that's cool is that you don't have to worry about screwing or unscrewing from the side of the car. Now you just screw it in the front, so it's easier access than these ones. See, if I were to put this, right, let's see how this one goes. If I were to put it like this, I would have to screw it from the side instead of up here. So this one, nope, I'm gonna use this one. So this is the Sochi dash kit. We're gonna install this back in here. So now it's time to install the wire harness. It's all plug and play. Let's start off with the antenna one. Okay, this is the antenna wire. So actually we don't need the blue wire, so I'm just gonna tape this up. And this will plug into this plug right here. Okay, that's out of the way. And my microphone is right here. I'm just gonna wire it through here and out and up to the steering wheel. So this is all done in here. So next, we're gonna plug this to this. So this with this, Everything's plug and play, all ready to go. Okay, this one, let's see. This one goes to this. Then this one goes to this. You can't really miss any wires. It's all ready to go. And I think that's all the wires. And I'm just gonna clean up all the wires and tie everything up and put it in the back. So I tidied up all the wires. Here's all the wires I need to connect to. And I put the maestro here. I put it here so I have access to the USB port if I want to change the buttons on the steering wheel. And I can just remove the vent covers to access this instead of taking everything out. And one thing to keep in mind is there's like a few wires that are left unplugged. This is the XM wire. If you want to have your XM, you need to buy a separate connector that connects to this to your Pioneer head unit. And this is the ground to somewhere, so I'm just gonna ground it. I made a little plug. So I made a little plug like this to plug it into here for a ground to somewhere. I'm not sure what this is for. So I'm just gonna, it was grounded to the stereo, to the OEM stereo. So I'm just gonna ground it back to the stereo with like a screw later on. So I want to plug this in. So I plugged it back in. And then there's this one. I believe this is for the starlink. It's a blue wire with 12. Is it 12? 2, 4, 6, 16. Yeah, 12 plugs, but only one wire. So I think this is the starlink plug. I'm not sure how this will work. Haven't figured that out yet. So I think if you plug that into somewhere, the light would be green. Otherwise, right now it's gonna be red. But the Starlink still works, except that you have a red button here, a red light here. I emailed autoharnesshouse.com about this, and they said there's like a harness that you can buy for $45 to get rid of that red light. So it might be in the future, but I'm not sure right now. So if you guys like to see that, comment below and I can make it happen. Alright, let's continue with the process of putting everything back in. So in order to fit the USB extension from the head unit, I'm gonna remove this part, which is my dual USB and the aux unit. So there's like there's a space here, so I'm gonna drill through here and insert my USB extension through that hole. Okay, let's go.
Hey, perfect fit. See? Perfect fit right here. This is my new USB. Forgot to mention that these two wires will connect to the audio input. That one. These will connect to these so that we can retain the aux audio plug on the center console. I took off these brackets that was holding on to the OEM stereo right there and right there. So I took these brackets off. I have more room so I can put the telematics in. You see I shoved it in the back and I plugged the gray, the green, the brown, and the two gray plugs that goes into the telematics are plugged in and stuffed in the back. And now, right now, it's just plugging everything back to the back of the stereo, and that's it. See you guys in a bit. Okay, everything's in. Now I just need to put these bolts on the top and screws on the bottom. And remember this the ground wire. I'm just gonna tap it in right here to the screws. Alright, let's continue. Okay, everything's all done and ready to go. And one thing to make sure is you might have to play around with the placement of the head units, because when you try to open the eject, it's kind of slow, it kind of gets stuck. When you get back, it's kind of gets stuck right there and just pops it back. So the coming out is working, but going back is not. So what I do is just give it a little push. See. Okay, everything works. So let's put this back together. Okay. So we have Apple CarPlay. And the thing that I wanted to show you guys was why I changed this over the stock head unit. One thing is because now I can start changing the EQ to how I want it. So right now I have set it up like this, which is my my custom 1 and my custom 2. Change it. So this is kind of like my version of how I wanted mine to sound like, but if you have a better EQ graph, let me know in the comments below so I can check it out and see how it sounds. Right now it sounds okay. It's not the best, so I still have to play around with these the graphic EQs and see how I want it on this car. And right now, let's test it out and see how it sounds. So you can change my custom 2, custom 1, flat, vocal, natural, powerful, or super bass. So you can play around and see where this goes, okay? And you can use this as like a starting point with see which one you wanted and see which one sounds good to you, and then you go back into customs and change it
to your liking. Alright, so let's test it in custom one right now and see how it sounds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. As you can see, I still need to play around with the EQ a little bit more to make it more sounds better. But if you have EQ that you like and it works and it sounds really good in the WRX, let me know. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope this is helpful for you and it helped change your mind about changing out the OEM system in the car and changing it to an aftermarket system so you can have that great sound in your WRX. So the system right now works 99% except for the starlink, which still shows the red status light on the top. I did not know how to go further and investigate how to do it. I did contact autoharnesshouse.com and they said that I would need a module to plug into the starlink plug, and that will be around $45 for a module. But if you guys wanted to see me install that, let me know, comment below, and maybe I'll do it for you guys. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy this video. See you next time. Bye.